Hey guys, what's up? I'm here to give you guys my final recap and final thoughts on The God of High School, which is on episode 13. Now, before you guys might be asking me, you might be going like, okay, what the heck happened to you yesterday? What happened to your final recap of The God of High School and your final thoughts? How come you didn't show it up yesterday evening or yesterday? My internet was down. Like, it was literally down the entire day until the next morning, and, like I said, I had work and etc. And I was literally I had no Wi-Fi, no internet at the moment when I got home, okay? There was no internet or Wi-Fi that I could use at all. I tried using my hotspot. It was slow as a snail that could barely, that would take at least maybe 10 minutes or more to even cross the street. Yeah, that's how slow it was, okay? I couldn't use my hotspot because it was slow, etc. So yeah, anyways, let's just get this recap started. We had to it that Morty and his friends ends up taking on Jericho Take, who apparently has the abilities of a god. Even with Day along with Mira, along with Morty's powers, trying to combine it together, they stood no chance. But eventually, we have to it that Morty awakens his true power, which apparently he is known to be the Monkey King, or something like that. We all know who the heck the Monkey King is. I mean, anyone who knows Journey to the West or Son Goku or Su Wukong, guarantee of all blasphemy of life given to me, you will know who the Monkey King is. He is also known to be the guardian of the key, and he takes on Jago Take no problem, and eventually he does damage Jago Take to a point where he ends up metamorphosing and then going crazy. But eventually he would later have trouble trying to take out Jago Take himself. And later on, with Aleppo's advice saying you could rely on your friends a little bit more, they managed to work together and take him out. As for Jago Take, we have to it that he's being consumed by the very thing that he had his power with. And, Aleppo was trying to save him or something, despite all the freaking, serious damage he did, But eventually he decided not to have his help and says, just let me go, okay? I'm done. So, just live a good life, etc. And he ends up disappearing, or he ends up dead. Eventually, someone would later on wake up one of the six, which apparently her name is Kim Eun-nyo or something, which apparently she is known to be the most powerful and important person of the tournament, and that she could grant any wish of whoever wins the God of High School, Mori wants to see his grandfather, but apparently he was given a hint that he's possibly dead, and she can't revive the dead. Eventually, Mori decides to say, hey, okay, can you restore everybody's injuries prior to the battle whatsoever? That would be great. And we have to it that she granted his wish and restored all of Aleppo's friends' injuries, especially the girl who couldn't do karate or martial arts anymore. And unfortunately for her, she ends up having to grow very small because of the power she holds, She eventually also ends up telling Mori, hey, don't worry about your grandfather, okay? He's alive, but I can barely sense him, but he's alive. And then he ends up fainting because he ends up using too much power, As for Mujin and the others, they're gonna try to find a way how to rebuild the city back on track. As for Mori, he ends up actually being asleep for about 3 months straight, And then later on, we have to it that he gets news about Aleppo having to go find the key due to the fact it's shattered and spread the pieces around the world. So we have to it that Aleppo ends up having to go on a journey to find the key and possibly reform it again. As for Mori, he was told that he has his memory sealed away, and that if he wants to have it unsealed and find out what's going on, he has to go to his homeland, which is in Seitan Tyson whatsoever, Day and Mira decides to accompany Mori, maybe just for the fun of it, or to figure out to get stronger, etc. And he says, yeah, sure, let's do it, And then we have a post-credit scene where we get to see Taijin or something, Mori's grandfather. He is defeated by the Nox and he is sealed away in a dungeon, But unfortunately, he is known to be a sacrifice to maybe summon another god. And at the same time, we have to it that Taijin tells Mori, I know you can do it. I know you're stronger than me and you could defeat me, And the episode ends off there. So yeah, now to give you guys my final thoughts. I will be honest with you, I actually liked the first half. It was pretty nice. I love the action fighting scenes, etc. It was pretty slick. But unfortunately, after it progressed, it just gotten worse down the line, I guess, because of where it went. And honestly, in terms of action and animation and music, it was slick. But in terms of where it went and writing, it was horrible. although I did watch a video whatsoever of a reason why they rushed it, it still doesn't make the excuse, or doesn't make up for it, you know? I mean, let's be honest. I like I say, I love the action fighting scenes and music and choreography, but in terms of writing and everything else all considered, just besides that, it's just terrible. I am thinking about maybe going to the God of High School manhwa or webtoon eventually, and I'm thinking about reading it, or possibly doing a recap on it, etc., to give you guys my thoughts here and there. I mean, like, I see Crunchyroll doing a lot of crazy originals of, like, webtoons and all that, but still, I mean, like, depending on if they're gonna keep doing this to other webtoons like that from now on, it's not really considered to even, like, be good anymore, because the fact that they rushed things to the point where it just doesn't make sense, and even though they had to rush it because of what Crunchyroll says, come on, man. I mean, that's just terrible. So overall, my overall thoughts of giving it a score would be at least a 5 or below, because you know where it went. If it actually paced it well and they actually created more seasons and actually took their time and do it correctly, guarantee I think it would have been a nice action-packed series to enjoy and keep watching. But the way how they handled it, no way, man. Just no. I don't mean to be a total jerk, but that's just me. Anyone who ever watched The God of High School, even if you liked it or not, you have to be honest. It just went flat out terrible when they just rushed things. When I realized people were mentioning it, and now looking into it, yeah. So that's about it, people. I'm sorry for my very late final recap and thoughts, you know, because, you know, yesterday I had no internet, Wi-Fi was down, and it was just plain terrible when I got home after work. So, yeah, until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot!